TV begins now.
Hear my phone dinging. Are you sharing shit? When we get this series into
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, strap yourselves in for the wildest thrill ride of your life. So grab a snack and sit back because we're about to throw it down.
We've got the best three-wide action door-to-door racing on the turn number 4 you'll find on iRacing, right here live on the Full Velocity Racing Network.
We are about to crown tonight's champion, and it's time to let her dig.
We're restacked and repacked off of turn number 4. Who's it gonna be?
And good evening, race fans. Welcome into the Full Velocity Racing Network, and we are live tonight inside the Eldora Speedway in Roxburgh, Ohio, the FVRN Modified Series presented by JP Designs and, of course, our buddy Charlie Milner at Milner Media Design. And it comes to you live via Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch TV. What is up, everybody, for a Tuesday night? Phil Lacasse is here and back alongside me at the controls, the illustrious one himself, Mr. Too Tall, Todd Stanton in the house. Phil and Todd on a Tuesday night. Could it possibly be?
Finally back at it here, the Full Velocity Racing Network Modified Touring Series, one of the series I wanted to get back to, Phil. And finally back here is, I haven't been here. I haven't seen one of these races so far, so I'm itching to see that is for some reason Hunt the Front, the Yellow Flag sponsor here tonight, Phil. Not sure what's going on with that. It was scheduled to be Milner Design and Media. But Hunt the Front getting some love, I guess, here on the Full Velocity.
That might be the wrong ticker. We'll work on that off the air, I guess. We're prepared for that one too much, but I know we're prepared for some good racing. Pretty good little car count in pit area tonight. I count 25, 26, maybe 27 cars. Let's take a look at our 3D racing starting lineup for Milner Media Design. Heat race number 1 on the pole with the number 47. It'll be Tim Christensen with the number 15 of Jaron Hazen to his outside. In row number 2 with the 14 car, Bradley P. Wilson with the F5 of Chris Fisher in row number 2. In the 5th starting spot with the number 6 car, that'll be Tommy Bush with the number 88 of Kevin Prettyman to his outside. In the 3rd row, the 120 is Logan Heron with the number 16. Terrible pill draw this week for the points leader, Jay Place. Car number 16 starts 8th, and Dylan Thomas in the 03 will go shotgun in a 9-car field.
Yeah, it looks like we called for 9 cars out there. Logan not answering the call there. Scheduled to go away 7th there in that car, number 120, not answering the call. So we'll have 8 cars, 8 out of 9 cars here at Eldora Speedway, located in Roxburgh, Ohio. And again, the Full Velocity Racing Network Modified Touring Series. Glad to be a part of this. Milner Design and Media, Design and Media, Media and Design. I know Charlie's out there. I want to mess it up just on purpose because I like to do it.
How you doing?
But the heat racing action being brought to you in part by him. If you want to rap, you want a good video, head on over there, man. Second to none. Probably the best. I'm not even going to say probably. Is the best guy out there.
Right, and he's out there watching. Not sure he pays attention to us sometimes, but Tubbs is out there. No, he's out there. He's doing chat. He's watching. You know, he poked something. Looks like a couple of question mark or dots or whatever else. But off to number 4, we're going to go 10 laps around here for the heat races. Green flag up in the air, and Tim Christensen, Jaron Hazen they're going to be our top two on turn 2.
Yeah, can't forget JP Designs too, presenting sponsor also here, helping out with everything going on here as we continue to race here down into turn 3 and 4. Tim Christensen, and right now your race leader in board car number 47, J-Rod Hazen, running in that second spot. Oh, contact, and Hazen goes around in and out over there, and he had some contact at the 15 of J-Rod Hazen around over there in 1 and 2. Gets it fired back up and going, but man, he went for a little bit of a ride there, Phil.
Sure did. A little bit of a whoopsie in 1 and 2.
Twisty and
Puts under
turning.
yellow for the first time. Twisting, turning. Oh, J-Ron. Jared Hazen taking a ride over on 1 and 2. I don't know if he had some help or just got loose on his own. I guess Todd will be the guy to show it off with our Full Velocity Racing Network Instant Replay presented by JMaxStrong.com. And yeah, it looks like the 15 may have got F5 as he got turned around and took a shot after he got spun.
I don't know if I would ever want an F5, Phil.
No?
No, I don't think I want an F5.
I wouldn't want to try to F5 you because I probably would never stand up again. But that'd be great. I bet my kid would take a shot, though. He throws me around like a rag doll. It's really disgusting even to think about that. The way I'm pushing weight here, there's all this lockdown, no stuff to go on anywhere.
Lots of nonsense.
Lots of nonsense. Absolutely. I'm missing the little round ball. This time of year, I feel naked without it. So, I don't know. We'll do some racing. Yellow flag laps do not count here for the FVRN Modified Touring Series. So we are 2 laps in of 10. Heat race number 1, Tim Christensen going to be the race leader over Chris Fisher. Jay Place now up to 3rd. Bradley P. Wilson and Tommy Bush going to be our top 5. Only the top 2 transferred into the main event. Top 2. And the guy to keep an eye on, Todd, guy who has won multiple races, a guy with a tremendous points lead, the number 16 of Jay Place, already a close to 250-point advantage. Now 10 races coming into week 11. He's got 14-17 to 1255 for Jarrett Murphy, though. That's the point gap, 161 points. The marker there with Dana, so I thought it was a little more than that, but it's 160. Jay's got a big lead. Can he extend on it tonight? Well, let's put heat race number 1 back under the racing guy flag, green flag.
Yeah, back under the green flag, and Jay Place up to the top shelf of the Speedway. And car number 16 shot out of the cannon down the back straightaway. Here comes Place up alongside of Christensen, side by side through turns 3 and 4. Place on the outside again. Place going to lead that time by just over Tim Christensen. Here comes that number 6 machine, too, of Tommy Bush trying to split the difference up through the middle. But now he goes to the top shelf. He takes over P2.
Yeah, Tommy Bush has been running really good with car number 6 as well as he drives up to the 2nd spot. He'll follow Jay Place. Drop Christensen back to the 3rd spot. Chris Fisher, Dylan Thomas now in the 03. Another fast cat in the 03 car running in 5th. But we're racing for the lead. Bush taking a peek under Place heading into turn 3.
Yeah, Bush giving Place everything he can handle as of right now here, coming up on halfway home. 5 in, 5 to go. That time by the start finish line. Here comes the 6 of Bush back down to the inside, trying to get around the 16 of Jay Place. Place able to hold on the momentum on the top shelf of the Speedway. Here comes that number 6 back down in through the middle portion of the Speedway. Just kind of locked in his line as of right now, Phil, to take another shot maybe at Jay Place here in the upcoming laps. Is he going to do so down to the bottom here in car number 6?
I'll tell you what, early on in the going, it looks like low side does not have a whole lot of bite coming off the corner. You saw Tommy get a little bit of a run right there and kind of lose it. He tries the top side off 3 and 4. The only issue is there, he lost momentum. That's going to open the door for Christensen's number 47. Tim is there. Tommy gets a good run through 1 and 2, so he'll fend off Christensen, and he'll put his attention back to Place at 2 car lengths over in 3.
2 kart lengths back over here off the turn and number 4. Popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around the Speedway. Like you said, Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. The number 6 machine of Tommy Bush trying to throw everything he has at him here. Down the back straightaway into turn and number 3. Place holds on. Oh, little door kissing over there in the corner. They're making out over there, Phil, as they come off of turn number 4.
Yeah, a little bit of slip of the tongue over there as well. A little too close for comfort. Jay Place versus Tommy Bush. They are door-to-door off at 2. Looks like Jay gets a good run. Let's get to 3 and 4. The final time the checkers will go in the air. And Jay Place will pick up the win in heat race number 1 over Tommy Bush. Give Christensen 3rd. Bradley P. Wilson 4th. Chris Fisher, the F5 in the top 5. Jaron Hazen, Dylan Thomas, Kevin Prettyman. Round out our 8 or 9 cars we had there for heat race number 1. So I believe that was 8 of them. that one's in the books. We get a look-see over here, Todd, as our second of our 3 heat races begins to grid down their trackside.
Yeah, second heat race here brought to you in part by Milner Design and Media. The 3D Racing starting grid going to go away like this. Starting on the pole, driving the 118. That'll be Joshua Hessen. Is dancing part of the outside, driving the 521. And that'll be Landon Capps. Inside row number 2, that's the third starter. That's the number 24 of Joshua Ely. And then you have Jack Wrights aboard the 777, rolling off position number 4. Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting spot. That's Tanner Tomasi aboard the 09 machine, and Chad Combs aboard that number 26, rolling off 6th. 7th starter sees Josh Peacock aboard the P51, and racing Jason Salter. Been a while since I've got a chance to talk to him. He's rolling off in position number 8. Last row on the field, that's the 115 machine, from Har Motorsports. That's Eric Tupper aboard the 115.
There's some old friends out there in this series, Todd. You get Tupper out there. You get Jason. Good to see Salter back with us this week. He's been a fixture here on Tuesday nights as well. And Josh Peacock,
he likes to jam it out.
Jam and Josh. That's a new one. Okay, I'll let you ride with that one. I bet he'll give you the business later on for that. But I like that.
It's better than your nickname. You remember what nickname you used to call him, Phil?
Flying Pheasant.
Yeah.
Forever in my heart.
As we get ready to go racing off of turn number 4, heat race number 2, 10 laps the distance. As we get that ready to light the wick, light the fire, green flags in the air. The 118 of Josh Hessen gets the jump on the number 521 of Landon Capps. Here comes that number 9 down to the inside. That's Ely. Side-by-side battle for the second spot, Phil.
Good battle there for a second as we head into turn number 3 there. Josh Hessen will lead the way with the 118. Finally, Josh, it's a good build, Sean, as we get it going on a 2. Coming back line, you got Landon Capps over Josh Ely. Get Jack Ritz to 777. That's another guy who has been on fire here recently with a whole lot of top 3 or 4 finishes. Jack now running in the 4th spot in turn number 3 and 4, but Josh Hessen, he's got 3 car lengths on the field as he exits turn number 4 to put 2 laps on the board.
Scott out there seeing a little bit of right side romance. Yeah, I love that announcer. I really do love that announcer. Does a fantastic job. Got to work with him quite a bit on Speed Shift TV, and I like that. We can call that a bromance here in the last heat race. See if we have any more of that here going on. But Josh Hessen, your race leader right now. Landon Capps running in that second spot. Here comes the number 9 down to the inside. Ely slides it right up in front of him down the back straightaway. Put Josh Ely to the second spot.
Josh Ely now up to second with car number 09 as him and Landon Capps will fight it out for that runner-up spot. You got Tanner Tomasi now. He's up to 4 with Chad Coombs at 26. That's our top 5. Racing for the transfer spot. Ely down low. He gets out of shape. That's going to open the door for that 521. Landon Capps fight back up high. Door-to-door for second. Potentially a race for the lead on a 4.
Yeah, lead right now is Josh Hessen right now has about a 10 car length advantage. Probably an 8 car now over Josh Ely. Second is that number 9 of Josh Ely. Third is the 09 machine of Tanner Tomasi. Tomasi made some moves up through the field so far into the position number 3. Fourth is the Chad Combs aboard that number 09 machine. A lot of 09s, a lot of 9s out here. He's fighting it out there with the 521 of Landon Capps. Good battle there for the 4th spot. But meanwhile, up front's been all Josh Hessen. The 3 to go this time by at the line.
118 car is pulled away. I was confused because I saw a 9 and an 09, and I put 09 for Mr. Ely. Well, that's Tanner Tomasi, the 09 down to the low side. That is racing for a transfer spot. Ely is up high, but Tanner giving it one hell of a run. He'll drive it in deep in a 3 and 4, and that's for that final transfer spot there is give it to Ely off the corner.
Yeah, those popsicle sticks went up this time by. It's still Josh Ely, the 09 and Tanner Tomasi running in the 3rd spot. 4th right now is a good battle between the other 09 of Chad Combs and the 521 of Capps. A white flag going to go out on the field for Josh Hessen aboard car number 118, and he is checked out on the rest of the field here at heat race number 2 as Josh Ely running in that second spot. Good battle still going on between himself and Tanner Tomasi, but off a turn number 4 for the final time. Heat race number 2 belongs to the 118 of Josh Hessen. Second going to go to Josh Ely, Tanner Tomasi for 3, Chad Combs for 4, Landon Capps for 5. That is what we're going to call them there, Phil. Is my time is going away pretty quickly.
Sure did. They disappear pretty quick over here as racing action always goes fast. And That's what I've come to know this series here. This JP Designs Modified Touring Series presented by our buddy Charlie Miller. Miller Media Design will give us the lineup here for Heat Race number 3. And on the pole with the number 07 will be Caden Herron with the number 42 of Adam Hummerding to his outside. In row number 2, El Presidente. John Kennedy with car number 89 with the big monkey Rocky Matfield alongside with car number 97. The number 8 car will start 5th. That is Jeremy Vaughn. Dixon Slinger with number 51 to his outside. The rock star, DJ Kilinowski with car number 13 starts 7th with a Tennessee Tumbler. Brett Rolls with car number 17 on the outside of our 4th and final row for Heat Race number 3.
And a little bit of an interesting fact, Phil. DJ Kilinowski was the fastest in time practice when we came in here, so look for him to come up through the field there in car number 13. He was lightning quick in those practice session here just a little bit ago. So we'll see if he has what it takes here to make his way. He's deep into the field. Peyton right now not answering the call, Phil, in that 07 machine. So we're going to only have 7 cars out there. Peyton deciding not to come out onto the track there, Phil. Losing a pole spot. Tough break.
Yeah, that's going to put Kennedy with the 89 on the provisional pole for this one. So him and Adam Hummerding will be in the outside, the number 42 car. So slide up the inside row. That'll put Jeremy Vaughn, the number 8 car, to the inside of that second row with Rocky Batfield. So that's going to be our top 4 spots as the lights will go out next time around here as we get a trip around the house that Earl built, Tony Stewart owns, and some of the best racing in the country. Lives right here in Rossburg, Ohio, the home of the Kings Royal, the Eldora Speedway. It is cool to come out here with this series on a Tuesday night. Couple of great drivers in the house, and got a good point series ahead of us, Todd. 11 races now going to be complete at the conclusion of this one. I believe we got 26 of the. We raced this series all the way through October, so we got a long way to go. It's a long season. Jay Place has really made a pretty good show the first 10 with that big points lead, as we talked about. We'll talk about more about the points when we get feature racing. But this time, off of turn number 4, the pace truck is in. iRacingIFlag.com. Great flag in the air, and Sean Kennedy starts out loud, pedal down. He'll lead the way into turn 1.
And John Kennedy now up. He goes up the track there in front of Hummerding, and that number 42 machine put him to the race lead. John Kennedy drop kicked back to the second spot and literally drop kicked, punted, whatever you wanted to call it there as he come up across his nose there. The number 97 of Rocky Batfield running in the third spot. Here comes that number 51 of Dixon Slinger down to the inside. Side by side battle for the third spot. DJ Kilinowski making some moves too. That number 13 machine. Boy, that's a beautiful prepared car there, Phil. Who was that made by?
I would bet you Charlie Miller. It's going to be my guess with the number 13.
It is.
DJ always has a nice looking ride.
Oh, man.
And Charlie's got some of the most pristine paints the iRacing scene has ever seen. 13 car digging out to the outside lane. Him and Dixon Slinger. That's a dirt track name if you've ever heard of it. Dixon Slinger, 51. Him and DJ going at it. Give DJ the third spot out of turn number 4. But he's going to try to chase down John Kennedy, who's got 5 car lengths. Adam Hummerding, the 42, he's a race leader in a turn 3.
Yeah, Hummerding doing a fantastic job. John Kennedy running in the second spot now makes a little bit of contact to the outside wall there through turns 3 and 4 with the right rear quarter panel of that machine. It allowed the number 13 to riddle him in just a tad bit more. DJ Kilinowski right now down to about a car length and a half right there between himself and Kennedy. Now dives it down deep to the inside, side by side for the second spot. But the number 89 machine of John Kennedy, looks like the 18 machine, going to still hold on to the second spot as we are halfway home. 5 in, 5 to go.
5 in, 5 to go, and so far so good. The 42 of Hummerding going to lead the way, but the race is back here for the transfer spot. John Kennedy versus DJ Kilinowski with entire lengths of each other. 13 car down low. Well, Lonnie going to slide up the hill. John gets a good run up high. They'll stay door to door into turn number 3 for the transfer spot. And this time, 7 laps complete, 3 laps remain. Hummerdings, he's got all the claim on this one for this race for second. A doozy over in turn 1.
Yeah, fantastic race going on as DJ Kilinowski does hit the outside wall just a tad bit in car 1-3 as he moves into that second spot. The 18 of John Kennedy now diving it down to the bottom side, trying to do something, anything he can. They're trying to find that forward bike, can't get it there off the corner. Popsicle sticks up in the air, 2 more trips around as Adam Hummerding has really checked out on the field here in his own area code here in heat race number 3.
Certainly has, and he is up there now to, 1.8 seconds last time around. Can DJ Kilinowski do anything with him? DJ's up to a transfer spot. Kennedy behind him. Dixon Slinger, Rocky Batfield, our top 5 now with the white flag on the Speedway, and we are down the back chute, all chasing the driver of car number 42, Adam Hubbarding. He will exit 3 and 4. Checker flag goes over the 42 car. Give him the win. Give Kilanowski the transfer spot. Kennedy, Slinger, Battenfield, Vaughn, Rolls. Those drivers will go off into our LCQ rounds. It'll follow us here in a brief second. Heat race number 3, the final one of the night. We know who our 6 drivers of the main are going to be. Let's figure out who's going to join them as far as the LCQ goes.
And getting ready for B Main Racing Action LCQ 1 last chance qualifier, whatever you want to call it there, Phil. I usually call it a consolation event because they call them consies up here in New York. So I'm going to call it a consolation event and getting ready to go away like this. Starting on the pole, it will be the number 47 of Tim Christensen and Tanner Tomasi aboard the 09 machine. Going to roll off to his outside in that second starting spot. Inside row number 2. In the third starting spot, getting a little bit ahead of myself, driver the number 18. That is John Kennedy and Bradley Wilson aboard cart number 6. Going to roll off in position number 4. Fifth star sees Chad Combs aboard the number 26. And the big monkey, Rocky Battenfield. And then number 97 rolling off position number 6. Seventh star sees the F5 of Chris Fisher and Landon Caps aboard that number 521 machine. Going to roll off in position number 8. Ninth star sees Jeremy Vaughn aboard car number 8. And outside of him, J-Rod Hazen aboard the number 15 machine in position number 10. 11th star sees Jack Ritz aboard the car 777. And Brett rolls the Tennessee Tumbler in car number 17 rolling off 12th. Dylan Thomas in the 03, going to roll off unlucky number 13. And outside of him, Eric Tupper aboard 115 in position number 14. 15th will be the number 51 of Dixon Slinger aboard the 51 machine. And Kevin Prettyman aboard that number 21, going to roll off 16th. Rolling off 17th will be Josh Peacock in car number 61. And racing Jason Salter rounds out your field because both Herons not answering the call, the 07 and the 120. So we called for 20. We have 18 out there, Phil. Jason Salter has a long way to go. As we see, I'm not sure why the scrolling screen didn't go, but a long way to go for racing Jason, even Josh Peacock for that matter. Peacock, we're used to seeing him qualify for some of these events, but man, a long road to hoe.
Well, I've got some good news. You said Salter starts 20th. You saw 2 Herons not there. That's 18 cars starting, correct?
It is 18 cars starting now.
Guess how many cars go into the A main?
All 18.
All 18. They're all racing for that coveting starting spot, which you think about it, the winner of the B-Top is going to start 7th.
It matters.
This is a big deal. It really is. Let's go 15 laps around. All right, RacingGuyFlag.com. Green flag in the air. Tim Christensen, Tanner Tomasi. They will lead the way as we exit turn 2.
Yes, Christensen working the outside in cart number 47. Here comes Tomasi down to the inside slide job through turn number 3. Put Tanner Tomasi up to the top spot as they come off of turn number 4. Christensen going to fight back. Oh, we got a car going around there, Phil. I believe that was Kennedy going around there momentarily, able to bring it back in. But I don't think that was the cause of the yellow here, Phil. I'm going to have to go to see what the instant replay, the J-Max Journey instant replay, going to throw at us this time.
Yeah, you got something to go look at back there for sure. Yellow flag on the Speedway for the first time in the LCQ, and let Todd get that all figured out. And who the heck went around? I saw Kennedy get loose, but I don't believe that's what the incident was.
No, it was right where Brett Rolls was. They were going 4 wide there, Phil, and just Brett Rolls at the wrong place, the wrong time, gets hooked, and it gets took into the outside wall. No place for any of those guys to go. 4 wide. Probably not such a good idea sometimes at Eldora Speedway, Phil. Especially right now, it seems like the bottom is a little bit slickery. And that's what's causing everything for them to go up to the top. You see Josh Peacock just gaining it back there in the number 61 machine. That was after the yellow come out. But Brett Rolls with a lot of damage to that number 17 machine.
What would Bradley say? Drive it in deep, sell it cheap. Well, they're all racing to the A main. Why go out there? No reason to not go out there and destroy your car in the B. Is that right? I mean, you're racing in the A main. Well, what's the B matter if you're going to finish in the middle? Full set.
Yeah, you can actually you can actually refresh your car. So that's what the good thing about that is, Phil.
That's exactly right. Where I was going.
Want to remind everyone on Full Velocity Racing Network that we've had a few viewerships out there. We've seen it up on over 30 here tonight. Let's see some more. Make sure you guys do everything you can. Share the link out here. Let everybody know that Todd and Phil are together That's really strange here on the Full Velocity Racing Network as of late. So let everybody know that we're live here on the Full Velocity Racing Network. B-Main underway. And we're back to green flag racing. That number 18 machine now down to the inside. Here comes Tanner Tomasi. 3 wide for the race lead. Tomasi down to the extreme bottom in that 07-09 machine.
07-09, either way, call it fast from 0 to hero for the 09 on a turn 4. Will he grab the race lead? Looks like Christensen's going to hold on, but by fingernails. 0.117 at the line. Tomasi in for 2. Kennedy, backfield. Chris Fisher in the F5 runs P5, but Tomasi back to the low side. This time he'll complete the pass, sliding up the hill. Tanner Tomasi, the new leader, racing the run 4.
At the race line, though, the 47 of Tim Christensen going to take it back over there right before he got to the line. He nipped him there, so Tanner Tomasi short-lived in the top spot for the 09 machine, but I don't think it's going to be short-lived this time. He's going to dive it back down to the inside. The 47 makes a little bit of love to the outside retaining wall, but again, the 47 of Tim Christensen going to lead at the line, but Tomasi trying to pull that slider over here in 1 and 2. And then number 09 machine, the 18 right there too, John Kennedy. Don't count out the 97 of Rocky Battenfield, the big monkey. And here comes Tomasi once again firing on all cylinders through the middle portion of the track here through 3 and 4. Nope, Tomasi not going to lead that time by either, Phil. He's not going away, but he's not leading laps.
No, he is not. They are really getting after it, though. 47 car got the outside lane rolling. Tim Christensen, he will drive it to 3 and 4. Tanner keeps trying to get really deep into the corner. We saw that little line doesn't work. Once again, Christensen making a little bit of love there with not a whole lot of love. If it was love, that was a quick trip right there for the 47. Tomasi going to clear him out of 2, but here comes Christensen. 47 car back to the low side, exchanging blows on the LCQ. This time by, we're going to be halfway home, 7 laps going complete.
Yeah, Christensen tried once again that time. Tanner Tomasi going to lead at the line in the 09 machine. The 47 of Tim Christensen now diving it back down to the inside, trying to make something happen. No forward bite there down the back straight a little bit into 3 and 4. He's going to pull a slider of his own because Tomasi hits the outside wall. Put Tim Christensen back to the race lead.
Oh, they are getting after it too. There was enough room there to complete the pass, but Tanner back to the low side. Tim going to cross him back over. This is fun. We're going to throw some sliders here tonight in Eldora. The UMP Modifieds 47 car driving it deeper to 3 and 4. 09 crossover. Tomasi will lead at the line.
Yeah, Tomasi leads at the line. The 09 machine able to take back over the top spot. The 47 of Christensen now back to the second spot. We'll see if he has anything left in the tank here in this consolation event. As the 47 back down to the bottom side, trying to get that forward bite out the corner. He drifts it up into the middle. Nothing to be had there for the 47. John Kennedy still running in third, but he is becoming under fire rather quickly as Dylan Thomas has made his way through the field there, Phil. He's up to P number 4.
No surprise at all. Dylan Thomas is always quick. 03 car up to the 4th spot, trying to hunt down right ahead of him. That 89 of John Kennedy. Tomasi now, he has taken claim to the lead, and not only has he done that, he's run away top to almost a full second advantage. Tim's going to have his hands full because we got Kennedy there. You've got Dylan Thomas there. Rocky Batfield not too far behind. This race for a second going to get interesting now with 3 laps remaining.
Woo! The 18 of John Kennedy makes a huge mistake over there, losing a couple of spots now, Phil. The 03 of Dylan Thomas now by him. The 97 of Rocky Batfield now wages war with car number 18 down to the inside, side-by-side battle. That's for the 4th spot there. Don't count on J-Rod Hazen in that 15 machine. He's right there too. Popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 more trips around the Speedway for Tanner Tomasi aboard the 09, and he's checked out here in the B-Main.
Certainly has. He got to the lead. He took off running. Race for 4th is terrific. Battenfield to the low side of Kennedy. Hayes in there as well. Rocky will drive it in deep. Kennedy will find the wall. They'll race for 4th. Let's race to the 2nd spot. Christensen in now. Dylan Thomas to the low side. He'll look for 2 out of turn 2.
Yeah, Dylan Thomas had that temporarily. Going to be able to hold on down the back straightaway. Is Tim Christensen down to the inside, throwing everything he's got at him, but picking up the B-Main. Going to belong to Tanner Tomasi. The 09, the 03 machine of Dylan Thomas going to finish up in position number 2. Third is going to go to Tim Christensen. 4th to Rocky Battenfield. J-Rod Hazen rounds out the top 5.
All right, Todd. Well, it's about time for a 35-lap main event. Before we go there, let's throw a track side for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you to Charlie Milner for that awesome montage there in Dirty Grass Soul with the playing of our national anthem. It is time for Feature Time, the FVRN Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs. 24 cars strong, 35 laps. Let's take a look at our 3D Racing starting lineup.
From Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio, Phil, starting on the pole, the current points leader here in this series, the Full Velocity Racing Network Modified Series, as the driver of the number 16. That is Jay. Plays his dancing partner to the outside, driving the 118. That'll be Joshua Hessen.
In row number 2 at car number 42, that'll be Adam Hubbarding with the number 6 alongside of Tommy Bush.
Inside row number 3 in the 5th starting spot, driving car number 9, that'll be Josh Ely. And his dancing partner to the outside, the 1-3, the 13, that's DJ Kolnowski.
Car number 09 will start 7th. That is Tanner Tomasi with the 03 of Dylan Thomas to his outside.
Inside row number 5 in the 9th starting spot, driving the number 47 machine. That'll be Tim Christensen and Rocky Battenfield, the Big Monkey, rolling off in position number 10 in car number 97.
J-Ron, Jared Hazen with car number 15 will start 11th with the F5 of Chris Fisher to the outside of row 6.
Inside row number 7, that is John Kennedy aboard number 18, and Jack Ritz aboard the 777, rolling off in position number 14.
Car number 15, or car 51 will start 15th. That is Dixon Slinger with the 521 of Landon Cap starting off position 16.
Inside row number 9 in the 17th starting spot, that's the 115 of Eric Tupper, and racing Jason Salter aboard car number 10, rolling off position 18.
19th starter of the 8 is Jeremy Vaughn with a 61 of Josh Peacock to the outside.
Kevin Prettyman and Brett Rolls make up row 11.
In our final row, we will find Bradley P. Wilson with car number 14, Chad Coombs with the number 26. Schedule will start 24th, though I only see 23 drivers. 35 laps around. Let's get gathered in here, Todd. It's time to go racing on a Tuesday night.
Let's light the wick and light the fire. Race fans, we're going to ask you one question. Who's it going to be?
Extra steak on that one. I like it. That's the way to get a party started here tonight at the Eldora Speedway. And Jay Place with car number 16 will lead them out of turn number 4. We are 3 deep for second. Who is going to get fried in this one? Hessen, Hubbarding, Tommy Bush. with the number 6 car right up through the middle. Put Hummerdinck to second, but the race leader is Jake Place. He's down the back chute. This race for 2, really good within the 42 and 6.
Yeah, it's Tommy Bush really slinging her in pretty deep, and the number 6 machine down to the inside of Hummerdinck. Hummerdinck able to hold on, though, to the second spot. In car number 42, the 6 of Bush tries once again down to the bottom. Nothing down there right now, Phil. As Josh Esplin right now in that 4th spot. Here comes the 03 of Dylan Thomas. He's down to the inside. That's a battle for the 4th spot.
It really is a good race on the 4th spot. This is Eldora, Todd. It is always tough to pass on the low side of one of these race cars. It locks down. It really goes topside dominant. We're seeing that here early as we got Jay Place, the points that are leading the way over Adam Hummerdinck. Him and Tommy Bush having a good race. Take the 42. Maybe having a discussion with Gomer there off the 4th turn.
Yeah, Adam Hummerdinck in that number 42 machine right now running in the 2nd spot. Making a little bit of love to the outside wall. In car number 42, holding on to that 2nd spot. 3rd is Tommy Bush in that number 6 machine. Dylan Thomas in the 03 now. Has moved his way up to the 4th spot. He got around Josh Hessen there, Phil, with a pretty nice slide job around him, as now he comes under fire from the 13 of DJ Kalinowski in the 09 machine. Right there, Tanner Tomasi in that 7th spot. He's definitely trying to make his statement, too.
Well, Tanner's been quick all night long as he will drive to the inside of DJ through 3 and 4. DJ will get that motor revving up high with number 13. He'll drive the outside lane. Look up ahead of him. You find the likes of Josh Hessen in the number 118. He's doing all the right things running the outside lane, but this race to the 5th spot continues. Tomasi back to the low side of Kalinowski. I don't think he'll completely pass this time. DJ gonna motor back around off of 4.
Yeah, DJ's heads the pedal down on the outside, ripping the lip here at Eldora Speedway, but yellow flag going to slow these guys back down, restack and repack the field, Phil. So we're going to go to a J-Mac Journey instant replay to see what caused this very first yellow here in the A-Main.
It's Milner Median Design, yellow flag number 1 of the evening. Going to find our way in the Speedway with now 8 laps on the board of 35, so we slow it on down. And what are you finding for us there, Todd?
Well, we're taking a look here to see if maybe there was some contact over there, and there definitely was a lot of contact. I seen Bradley Wilson around, but I see some more carnage over there in the middle portion of the field. Maybe even Kevin
Kennedy's fault.
Is it Kennedy's fault?
Well, it's always Kennedy's fault. It's an inside joke. It's always Kennedy's fault.
Josh Peacock involved in this one, Phil. Like heavily damaged Josh Peacock.
You know what Josh's problem is? You're going to call him Jamming Josh. Maybe he has the bops and the beats going in his ears. Maybe not paying attention to the engine sounds. That's why Josh got involved.
I can just see flashing lights in his car. I really can. I can see Josh with a bass.
Disco ball?
No. The bass and the flashing lights going along with it.
Okay, yeah, little
neon lights or whatever you want to call them.
DJ, Jammin' Josh.
Jammin' Josh.
Jammin' Josh. The light show, the streamers. That thumping bass music there. I can see Josh doing that, bopping around in the chair. Not a racer anymore, is he?
Sometimes you often wonder. You see him out in the street stocks, though. He still proves us wrong every time. He's out there battling for the top spot most generally. Unless it's at one of not his favorite tracks here. So we're showing these J-Max Journey instant replay. I don't know. Josh just plumb ran into the 51. I don't know if it's because of his name there, Phil. Maybe he's jealous of the 51's name there. Dixon Slinger. He ran plumb into him. I'm not sure if he didn't know he was there, if Gomer wanted to take care of him. Not sure.
Well, all I do know is I think JP Design 61 may be off in the trailer for the night after we go to this one. But we get the green flag back in the air, and Jay Place, our points leader, he will continue to rocket the way. He'll lead about a 2.
Yeah, Jay Place, that number 16 machine has about a couple of car length advantage, probably about 4 cars there. Here comes Hummerdinck down to the inside, trying to take back his second spot, but the 6 crosses him back over. But Tommy Bush back to the 2nd spot. And car number 6, Adam Hummerdinck, going to move back to the 3rd spot. Josh Hessen now down to the inside of Dylan Thomas. Thomas right now holding on to 4th by Hessen, trying everything he can on the bottom.
He certainly is. 118 car going to take a peek to the low side. 2 turns over 3 and 4, all chasing Jay Places. This one stretches out. I told you about the points, Todd. He leads the way by 161 points over Casey Brunson. Casey not here. It's 237 back to Jarrett Murphy. Jarrett's not here tonight. 4th, we find Josh Peacock in the standings, 278 points back. Josh is already out, so the guy in the bubble now in the top 5 in points. That'd be DJ Kalinowski, 305 points back. That tells you the story of what Jay Place has done here this season. He's been dominant And number 2, number 3, the point's not here is a yellow flag on the Speedway.
Yeah, yellow coming out here once again. Another yellow flag. Tanner Tomasi involved, Phil, in this one. The 09 goes for a ride here, wild ride, I should say, here, as they were going 4 and 5 wide there momentarily. As the 09 actually backs her up into the fence after contact with Landon Caps over there. He flirts with a turtle, but he ends up back on his wheels there, Phil. So Tanner Tomasi, no worse for the wear, going to join the back to the tail end of the field. And car number 09, I think he's going to come down pit road, though, and maybe try to repair some of his damage.
Maybe so. Maybe a quick repair for the 09 as he comes down on the pit lane. Looks like we've got a couple of cars maybe down there as well, getting a little damage fixed. So we look at that. Was thinking that maybe one more was behind the wall, but looks like they're all out there. Looks like Landon Cap's going to go over to the rear of the field to the contact. That's going to leave the lead into Jay Place's hands. Adam Hubbarding, Tommy Bush, Dylan Thomas, DJ Kilinowski. Now in the top 5, Josh Hessen, Josh Ely, Rocky Batfield, Brett Rolls, and Chris Fisher in the F5. That is our top 10. As I think the lights are going to go out here next time around, and a Delaware double file restart will put Jay Place on a row all to himself. And I'll tell you what, for a guy who has been following it there, Todd, you got to know that guy up front, the number 16 car, he has just been straight dominant all season long. He's picked up a couple of wins, came within inches short last week to Dylan Wilson, who picked up the win here last week in a thrilling race at the Lanier National Speedway. So Dylan not with us here tonight, one of our heavy hitters, 3-time winner this season as well. The story has been Jay Place, Mr. Consistency. He's going to lead the way to the restart.
Yeah, as they get ready to light the wick, like to fire off a turn number 4. Green flags in there, and Jam and Josh's Peacock out in the chat box now, Phil, making some comments. So we'll see if he's got any great tunes out there. As Jam and Josh out there.
Ridiculous.
Jay Place right now, your race leader in car number 16. Adam Holmerding in that number 42 machine running in second. Third is Tommy Bush in car number 6, as Bush now looks down to the inside trying to make some headway.
Maybe this is why the clan has split us up from broadcasting together, because we go out here and do races and our buddies sponsor it like Josh and Charlie do, and we throw old Josh under the bus already. He's jamming Josh. He's dead. He's dropping the dead beats there tonight in the 61 car behind the wall, but so far 16 of Plake's doing a good job. Adam Hubbarding, another car who's been really good here the last few weeks. 42 car ride second. He's going to take a look, see if up to the low side he'll stay in line, but it's 2 car lengths. Top 2 have checked away.
Yeah, Jay Place definitely has checked out here on the field. Something happened to Jay Place. He went up under the wall. Adam Holmerding going to take over the race lead. I'm not sure what happened, if he just discovered the wall over there. I just don't know. As he makes contact there with Adam Holmerding, he takes back over that top spot, Phil, in car number 16.
Well, and this is the beauty part of this series for a guy like Utah just coming to it for the first time in a little while. This is what they call a boys have at it series. You dirty somebody on the racetrack and they come back and dirty you right back. Well, all bets are off. You go at it. So as those 2 race, Tommy Bush has come back into the play as well. The 6 car, if those 2 up front start the racing, Tommy's going to be right there to capitalize.
Yeah, Tommy right there in the number 6 machine. He's got a battle of his own too, Phil, with the 03 and Dylan Thomas. Thomas has looked down a couple different times on the number 6 machine. A little bit of contact there between Place and Homerding battle for the race lead. Homerding dives her down deep into turns 1 and 2. Here comes Tommy Bush too. Bush gets into the 16 of Place. Place gets crossed up there a little bit there, Phil. Now he moves to the second spot. But slide job over here in turn number 3. Homerding crosses it back over. Adam Homerding back to the race lead.
I don't think they were really caring that Tommy was down there. I think it's these 2 guys up front right now really having a little bit of a war between themselves. It's some good pictures, I'll tell you what, as Jay gets it right there stuck on the wall again. Put Hubbarding now to the race lead. Jay may have to regroup. That battle of sliders, well, it's quiet now as we got sliders going on for third between Dylan Thomas and Tommy Bush over in turn 1.
Yeah, Dylan Thomas now making a 3 wide for the race lead. Jay Place was in the middle. Here comes Dylan Thomas down to the inside. Side by side battle for the second spot. Thomas going to complete the slider over here in 3 and 4, but firing back down to the inside, Jay Place, but Place can't go nowhere, Phil. He's back to the 3rd spot, as now he goes deep down into turn number 1. Slide job on the 03 of Thomas. Thomas is crossing the back over, and here comes Bush into the fray.
Oh my goodness, 3-car battle for second is ferocious, I'll tell you. Now Bush gonna throw the slider in deep. Dylan Thomas
places around.
Jay Place around, and a and he's gotten T-boned 3 or 4 times in a turn 4. Yellow flag back on the Speedway. That is going to be a hard hit. 22 laps in the books. Jake Place, I'm not sure if that car broke loose or whatever, but it may be broken now as we go back and revisit that. That was terrific racing going on for second on back. And the points leader, he just had a night go south on him there on a 4.
Yeah, he's got a huge points lead though, Phil, but the 13, the 1-3 machine, it just looks like he got kind of hooked. And that nasty hitbox, or whatever you want to call it out there, the good old-fashioned internet caused some of that, I believe, some of that damage in the 13 and the 16 guy that got hooked together. And then they all went for a ride over there off of turn number 4. Jay Place going to gather it back up though, Phil. Not a lot of damage, but enough damage. I think that's going to hurt his consistency here with 14 laps to go. It's going to be different there with Jay Place not up front, Phil.
Did you say net code?
Oh, I didn't say net code. I said the nasty hitbox.
iRacing don't have bad net code.
Oh, I don't think it's improved as much as everybody thinks it has, but definitely the hitbox is rather interesting, Phil.
Long nose.
Yeah, long nose. Yeah, the hitbox is in everything, Phil. Everything.
Nice rear end too.
Yeah. Play some 50 Cent. Play some 50 Cent out there, Jam and Josh.
Yeah. But you get me rolling. I like it. I like that. On a ton of performance.
DMX.
Green flag back in the air. Little DMX. Let's throw a little. We can throw there a little. I'm not exactly sure.
Bring you back to my high school area.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, we want to go back to mine. We'll talk about things like Pac and Dre and Snoop and all the OGs are rap, but we got the OG of yellow flag back on the Speedway now. 23 laps on the board, one lap for a restart there. And as Todd is singing a little Wiz Khalifa black and yellow, we get a yellow out there again. And it's going to be your turn to tell us who wrecked.
I'm not sure what happened there, Phil. So we're going to make sure. I know it started here on the start.
Imagine that. It started on the start.
Usually
where it starts.
It did. I'm not sure, though, what cars were involved here. And it's just rather interesting as we get through here. And it wasn't on the start of the race, so
Sure, their cars.
Oh, there we go. There we go. The 521 of landing caps goes around. This thing went back a little far. It tells me when the last hit contact was, and that's where it was the 521 machine that landed caps. He goes around, does a spin-a-rooney over there in the corner, and able to keep it going, though, in the 521.
Spin-a-rooney. You get put in the Hall of Fame and you do spin-a-roonies. That's what I've heard anyways. But either way, I do know 23 laps of 35 on the board here tonight. And the Full Velocity Racing Network having some fun with the FVRN Modified Touring Series presented by JP Designs, Milner Media Designs, and all of our great sponsors who make this thing happen for us. The lights look like they're going to go out this time around. The race leader is Adam Hubbarding with the number 42 car, I believe. Yeah, 42 car going to lead the way. His timing and scoring definitely not matching up on my screen. Never does, I would say, here with these no yellow laps. Cutting Hubbarding, Dylan Thomas, Tommy Bush, Jaron Hazen, Rocky Batfield. That's going to be our top 5 preparing for a restart.
Top 5 preparing for that restart with Hubbarding, your race leader, a Delaware double file restart on his row all by his lonesome. iRacing high flag, green flag comes out. The 42 of Aaron Hubbarding, and look at that number 97 of Rocky Batfield. He wastes no time to challenge it way down to the inside. Side by side battle for the second spot. A lot of guys getting crossed up. Dylan Thomas also getting crossed up. And oh, we got some more contact over there. Looks like J-Rod Hazen and Dylan Thomas going at it too, Phil. Yellow flag going to come out as cars and carnage continue here with a Full Velocity Racing Network Modified Tour.
I'll tell you what, we're getting it in one lap at a time now, and it's our 4th yellow of the main event. 24 laps of 35 on the board. I got no idea where that one started, but I bet you Todd Stanton's going to show us where.
Looks like DJ Kalinowski involved in this one. Venture to say
Rockstar. Bringing heavy rhymes.
He can't bring rhymes. If you're a rock star, do you bring rhymes?
It's hard to rock a rhyme.
Rock around the clock. Ah! Oh, some bad songs coming into my head right now.
Getting tricky.
Oh, real tricky.
Spun out.
Well,
Haven't
DJ
figured that out yet.
Keselowski was involved in this, and it was aftermath as Dylan Thomas unfortunately gets in to DJ Keselowski, and a lot of contact ensues there. It looks like the 14 machine also involved, and that is good old Bradley Wilson in the 14 machine involved in that one. So Bradley making an A main, Phil. That's usually a hard feat for him to do. Usually he can join the announcer's booth.
He's made a couple in a row now. And tonight, this sheer participation trophy got him to the feature. So
Yeah.
I'm sure Bradley just wanted to tell you, I will take him any way I can get him. So, but it said, since that awesome night we had where 4 of us called one of these races, Bradley has been he's been on every feature. He's been running good.
Participation trophies.
Yep, you get those in racing sometimes.
I've never got one of those, Phil. Never.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you talk about those too, because you get in a lot of trouble when you bring those up. But either way, no medals being given here. Only checkered flags, and the green going to go back to it. 25 laps of 35 on the board. Adam Hubbarding, our race leader, out of turn number 2. Good three-way battle for second. Continues Tommy Bush there. Dylan Thomas, Rocky Batfield, 3 deep for second on the board.
Yeah, Batfield down to the inside there. The number 97 machine, the VLR, number 97 of the big monkey, Rocky Batfield, trying to take over that third spot. Had did there for just a few moments. Getting around Dylan Thomas, but Thomas able to fire back on the outside. Here comes J-Rod Hazen, the number 15 machine right there into the fray. Good battle from 3rd, 4th, and 5th position right now. The rest of the field trying to check out. Adam Homerding and Tommy Bush trying to get away. Tommy Bush now diving it down to the inside of that number 42 machine there temporarily. Couldn't make anything happen, though.
Oh, and I'm telling you what, these are 2 guys right there been knocking on the door of a checkered flag. Hubbarding and Tommy Bush running 1 and 2 in this one, as we've seen some of the heavy hitters not here and some that are, like a Jay Place, for example. He's had a struggle here after getting wrecked early on. Well, Hubbarding going to lead Tommy Bush, Dylan Thomas, Jaron Hazen, Chris Fisher. Do not count out the F5, Todd. He is up to the 5th spot. He is digging. We know Fisher, he's a hell of a wheel man.
Yeah, Fisher right now, like you said, running in that 5th spot. J-Rod Hazen having a good run there in that number 15 machine. He is currently running in the 4th spot there, Phil. So kudos to J-Rod. Is definitely not. This is not an easy car to drive. He's not an easy track because it goes topside dominant, but definitely able to make it up through the field. Is that number 15 machine, and then you have the F5 of Chris Fisher. Rocky Batfield's already drop kicked himself back to the 6th spot. Battling it out with the Tennessee Tumbler, Brett Rolls, as Rolls now down to the inside, side-by-side battle for the 6th spot.
Is racing for 6. Rolls, Battenfield. You got Dixon Slinger not too far behind there, as well as Eric Tupper, Jack Ritz, a 777, another guy we've talked a lot about in the last couple of weeks. He currently running out inside the top 10 as we're going to race it down there, Todd. 5 laps stacked down. Starting to put 5 laps to go for Adam Hubbarding. This time around, it's going to be 4 trips left around, and Hubbarding, he is pulled away from Tommy Bush, calling about 8/10 of a second there that time on a 4.
As we go, Sheffield Graphics on board with Adam Homerding in that number 42 machine, large and in charge out front there in that 42 machine. Just watching Sheffield Graphics camera work go to work here. As the onboard camera, as we watch him here go down the straightaway. Into turns 3 and 4. I believe this is 1 and 2, excuse me. Then we're coming down here. These guys going to pick up the popsicle sticks this time around. Well, thank you to Sheffield Graphics for the beautiful onboard picture.
Absolutely right. Mike Sheffield takes good care of us indeed. Need a good-looking paint. Get a hold of him. He'll certainly hook you up, as well as we got 2 more trips around the Eldora Speedway. Adam Hubbarding looks like he may be driving away with this week's feature event, because this time, Todd, he is in turns number 3 and 4, and he is going to be greeted by that white silk coming up in the air.
Yeah, white flag here for the number 42 of Adam Homerding for one more circuit around the Eldora Speedway, Rossburg, Ohio. Tommy Bush running in that 2nd spot. Dylan Thomas for 3, Chris Fisher and J-Rod Hazen right now rounding out your top 5. But we dive it off into turn number 3 for the final time, and off of turn number 4. The feature event going to belong to the 42 of Adam Homerding. And he's going to take it down here, and Tommy Bush going to finish up 2nd there in the number 6 machine. Good run for him. Dylan Thomas, Chris Fisher, J-Rod Hazen, Brett Rolls, Rocky Batfield, Jason Selter, Jack Wright, and Eric Tupper round out your 10 car. Top 10, I should say.
Points leader Jay Place will finish 11th. Landon Caps for 12th. DJ Kilwanowski, Tim Christensen, Dixon Slinger making up our top 15 with Bradley Wilson, Josh Hessen, Kevin Prettyman, John Kennedy, Josh Ely making up the top 20. Jeremy Fawn, Tanner Tomasi, an early heavy hitter. He'll finish 22nd with Josh Peacock rounding out 23 cars for our main event on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We're going to do some post-race show here in a minute, Todd. We're going to hunch up the Discord. We'll talk to Adam Hubbarding and the rest of the top three next live over on the Full Velocity Racing Network. We are back here live for the post-race show on the Full Velocity Racing Network, presented by BladeNode.com. Simple web solutions powered by VPS servers, dedicated servers, even something as simple as web hosting. They will do it all. Check them out today over at BladeNode.com. Tell them the boys from FVRN sent them over there as we take a look-see down here into our top three. The winner here tonight is Adam Hubbarding with car number 42 over the 6 of Tommy Bush. And our third place finisher, the Yardbird, with number 03, Dylan Thomas, once again back on the podium. And I'll tell you what, Dylan, you had to earn that one here tonight. It was some tough sledding. I'll tell you, you and Tommy there late in a good racing when Fisher mixed it up for a little while. It was a fun jaunt around here for 35 laps, brother. Tell us all about it.
Man, after the B main, I thought we've got a piece here that can contend, and I got up there and me and Tommy roughed up a little bit. It may have hurt my car a little bit, but it still felt good, and that run to the finish was kind of exciting to me. I don't know how it looked up there.
Oh, it was awesome. You guys really did put on a show. You and Tommy off at turn number 4 were leaning on each other. And I'll tell you what, is that a way the product of what Eldora has come to be for us here in iRacing? I mean, a lot of the passes we see are sliders done to the low side. Do you have to rough up somebody most of the time to complete a pass or even drive even a little bit over aggressive? Looks like passing is really tough.
Man, a lot of people hate Eldora. I love it. It's one of the only tracks that we've got that actually awards you for being smooth and consistent and hitting your marks every lap. Passing it's tough, but if you set somebody up, you can set them up with a slide job, and usually they'll overdrive the next corner.
Well, we see a lot of that tonight. You put on a clinic from the outside of the 4th row. Dylan back on the podium where the Yardbird belongs there, brother. I'm going to give you the mic here one more time. Let you thank your team, your crew, your sponsors, anybody out there watching tonight here live on Full Velocity.
I want to thank Mike M Designs for giving me this good-looking car. All the guys over at SSR, Corey Whitworth, he was watching. Josh Blanchard was watching. Dylan Petty, and Jared Winholtz. And all the people watching at home tonight. And I want to thank you all for putting on a good broadcast.
We appreciate that. This guy's awesome to watch week in and week out. Car number 03, Dylan Thomas, with a third-place run here at the Eldora Speedway. We'll let him go, and we'll take a walk down here. And this guy, he's getting so close to victory lane. The win is coming soon, but he'll settle for a second-place run here tonight with the number 6, Tommy Bush. Tommy, an exciting night for you. Got a good draw in qualifying in your heat race. You ran up front all night long. You and Adam had a good race for a little bit while. Tell us about your race car, man. It was a really good piece, it looked like.
Byte Motorsports gave us a rocket ship tonight. I just wish I had a little bit more for Adam. He ran a hell of a race tonight. He had her hooked up and checking out.
I'll tell you what, we looked at qualifying, looking at some of the stat sheets here tonight. we saw cars coming from the back make a good run. Guys like, Fisher came up there and Hazen. Dylan came for the B main. They had to race his way through there as well. But you guys that came out of qualifying, how much of a premium was it here tonight? As tough as passing was that good drawing and a good finish in our qualifying heats?
Oh yeah, it's always good to have a nice finish in the heat races, get you a good starting position up front, get it out of the chaos a little bit, and get away from some of the guys that may slow you up or whatnot. It's just nice to start out front. It's always an advantage.
You got that right. Well, I'll tell you what, that last lap, you and Dylan put on one hell of a show. Tommy, you walk away with a second place run for the Bike Motorsports team. I'll give you the floor here one more time. Let you thank your sponsors on the side of this race car and all the guys help you make this thing go.
Gotta give a shout out to Jay Place, Zach DeLong, my wife, my kids, my crew that helps me in the garage week in, week out to help me get so I can run these leagues here on the simulator. Just everybody who was involved, much appreciated.
Appreciate this guy as well. The win is coming really soon, I'm telling you, for the 6 car. Tommy Bush, he gets a P2 here tonight in Eldora, but there can be only one who can be down in BladeNode.com victory lane. And for the first time this season, we find the 41 car of that, or 42 car. Adam Hummerding thought he'll pick up tonight's checkered.
Yeah, we got put in the Heat 3, and then I was hoping to get Heat 1 started off first and lead all the laps, but we got with Jay a little bit. We got the good end. I didn't mean to put him in the wall so many times, but it was just hard to pass here with one lane. But once we got around him, it was just smooth sailing for the most part. Yeah, the bottom just never came in at all for me at all, so I just kept trying to buck top, and it just stuck there for the whole race. Yeah, I'm just gonna thank Mason Crawford and Hayden Cardwell for all the help they've given me.
I'll tell you what, there was some sliders being thrown, and overall, I thought a pretty good race of these drivers here tonight. The Modified Tour, 11 races now in the books, and that'll do it for here tonight as well. For Todd Stanton, my name is Phil LeCasse. For all of us here at the Full Velocity Racing Network, we'll see you back here live tomorrow night. I believe we got a twin bill. Then we got Wednesday night street fights and also a very special event. Keep an eye out there on our social media for links going out tomorrow. We'll see you back there live. Good night, everybody.
Good night.